What if I told you your greatest challenges could be your greatest gifts? We all face struggles, and for some, life feels like one big uphill battle. But here's the truth: adversity isn't here to break you, it's here to make you. Today I'll share how you can take life's hardest hits and turn them into fuel for an unstoppable comeback. Let's go deeper. Think back to a time when life knocked you down. Maybe it was a relationship ending, a job slipping away, or a dream crumbling in front of your eyes. Hold on to that feeling for a second. That moment of disappointment, of pain, that's what brings us together. Because whether you faced it once or 100 times, adversity is a universal experience. Adversity is not just a challenge, it's a teacher. There's a famous quote from Denzel Washington where he says, "If you're not failing, you're not even trying." These words remind us that adversity isn't the end, it's the beginning of something transformative. So often we see setbacks as proof that we've done something wrong. But adversity exists to show us what we're capable of surviving and overcoming. Look at figures like Nelson Mandela, who endured 27 years in prison, yet emerged as a beacon of hope. Or Helen Keller, who lost her sight and hearing as a child but went on to inspire millions. These people didn't see adversity as a barrier, they saw it as a stepping stone to greatness. Imagine if Mandela had let prison break him, or if Helen Keller gave up. Adversity was their teacher, pushing them beyond their limits. Now let's talk about a crucial element to overcoming adversity: persistence. Denzel Washington is known for his powerful speeches, especially on the importance of perseverance. He once said, "Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish." Life's challenges are here to test your commitment. When times get tough, ask yourself, are you committed enough to keep going? Think of your goals like climbing a mountain. When you're halfway up, the peak looks farther than ever. The temptation to turn back can be overwhelming, but the journey forward is what builds character. Every time you push through adversity, you're building strength that will serve you for life. For me, there were moments where I felt like giving up, times where it seemed impossible to continue. But looking back, I see that those moments weren't there to end my journey. They were there to prepare me for something bigger. Every failure, every setback, it all added up to something meaningful. When we avoid facing adversity, we're essentially giving up our power. But when we accept it, we take back control. Imagine trying to fix something without admitting it's broken. Acceptance is the first step to healing. Picture this. You're walking through a dark tunnel. You don't know how long it is or when it ends. But by moving forward, you're accepting the challenge of finding the way out. And that's where true courage begins. Next is adaptability. When life throws a curveball, it's not about dodging it, it's about learning to catch it. Adaptability is learning to adjust your plans when things don't go your way. It's finding a new path when the road you're on is blocked. Some of the most successful people had to adapt to unimaginable circumstances. Think of J.K. Rowling, who was rejected by multiple publishers before Harry Potter became a phenomenon. She adapted to rejection by finding ways to improve her writing, rather than giving up. Adapting to adversity means not being stuck in one idea of success, it's about finding different routes to reach your destination. Imagine you're a river. When a rock blocks your path, you don't stop, you flow around it. Adversity may change your direction, but it can't stop you if you keep moving. The third step is growth. Adversity isn't there to tear you down, it's there to build you up. Every struggle, every failure has a lesson within it. The pain you go through can either break you or shape you, but growth only happens when you allow yourself to learn from it. One of the most powerful transformations happens when we let our struggles shape us into stronger people. I think of times when you've grown through hardship. Maybe you learn to be more patient, more compassionate, or more resilient. That growth becomes part of who you are and is something no one can ever take away. Let's shift gears to talk about failure. Failure is a word that we're often afraid of, but in reality, failure is part of the journey. Denzel puts it best when he says, "You'll never be disappointed if you aim high and miss, but you'll always be disappointed if you aim low and hit." Failure isn't final, it's fuel. It shows us what doesn't work and pushes us to find what does. Think of your greatest failures, not as marks against you, but as stepping stones. When I look back, my biggest failures taught me the most. They humbled me, pushed me to try harder, and taught me lessons that have been invaluable in my journey. We don't have to face adversity alone. Support is one of the greatest tools we have. Whether it's friends, family, mentors, or even communities online, support gives us strength. Sometimes overcoming adversity means knowing when to ask for help. When you open up and share your struggles, you give others the chance to support you. and in turn inspire others going through similar challenges. Surrounding yourself with positive influences can give you the strength to overcome even the darkest times. Adversity isn't something we can escape, but it is something we can rise above. Every time you face a challenge, remember that you have the power to overcome it. Take the lessons from every failure, adapt to the circumstances, and grow stronger. Remember, adversity isn't the end, it's the path forward. And as Denzel says, ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Embrace your struggles because they're shaping you for something greater. Are you facing adversity right now? Drop a comment below and share what you're going through or how you plan to tackle it. Let's build a community where we lift each other up. Remember, you're stronger than you know, and your comeback story is just getting started.